everyone, and welcome back to the Diamond Moment. I'm your host, Luciana Cordero, and today I'm here with Benjamin. Hi, Benjamin. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Luciana.
It's a pleasure. So, I wanted to start by asking, how long have you been competing for?
So I've been doing martial arts since maybe 15 years now, and I started with jiu-jitsu, and I did 5 years of boxing, and I compete in boxing about 8 years ago. I was in Switzerland at the time, and so it's been, I will say, 8 years.
Great. So, that's a long time. How did you get started?
Um, I'm 35 now, but I was 18 years old, and I wanted to be able to defend myself. And I always loved the values of martial arts, like the Japanese culture, also like the Bushido. I don't know if you're familiar with this, how do you say, philosophy. And yeah, at first it was to sorry for my English. As you can see, I'm French, so sometimes I have to look for my word. But yeah, to get the good values of martial arts, I would say.
Yeah, sounds great. And with those values that you're talking about, what would you say is one of the biggest lessons that martial arts has taught you?
Self-control. To be able to be comfortable in uncomfortable situation, because when you spar with someone or when you fight with someone, you can't reach for help. You're just by yourself, and you have to find a way to go through your fear. And also, I love the fact that there is skills to be learned, and you need to condition your body to be able to showcase these skills also. So it's a mix between mindset and physical abilities, and I really enjoy these things.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, martial arts is very physical, but
Mhm.
it's also very mentally challenging. So, how do you approach that? How do you make sure that you train mentally as well as physically?
So I always trained a lot, like physically. I was training like I lift weight at first, and then I wanted to be more efficient to be able to do every sport like easily. So I started to train more like an athlete, and I put aside the lifting weight and stuff like that. And mentally, I'm trying to meditate as much as possible, doing breathing exercises and mindfulness as much as I can. So
Great. And talking about being prepared, how have you prepared yourself or how have you been preparing yourself right now for the Battle of Tampa Bay that's coming up?
So I invest a bit of money this time on myself. Instead of creating a workout plan by myself, I asked for help. So I had a conditioning coach. He made me a plan for the past month. So I'm following his workout plan, like building strength first, then speed, then stamina for the cardio and everything, and a lot of hard sparring too. I try to be as most the most intense as possible for the fight to be easy, if you know what I mean.
Yes, definitely. And how is it different to train by yourself than to have a coach guide you?
But honestly, I can really feel the difference already with the plan he made for me. There is you can't know everything, even if you look yourself on YouTube or everything. Yes, it's good, but there is people who knows what they're talking about. They're expert ex- in their domains. So this time, I trusted someone, and I did good because I can already feel the difference in my body. Like I have more strength, more cardio. Everything he was telling me, it's I can feel it works. It's working.
Yes, and now that the Battle of Tampa Bay is right around the corner,
Mhm.
um, how are you feeling about that? How are you feeling about it getting closer? Do you feel like you're prepared now? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't feel fear at all. I feel very relaxed. I'm excited, obviously, of course. But I mean, of course, it's amateur, but I train all around the world with professional fighters, UFC fighters. So I don't think I need to be too much worried about it. I'm not underestimate my opponent because he's 22 years old, and like I told you before, I'm 35 years old. So maybe he's gonna come with more energy, but I know how to deal with this type of strategy. So I feel very very relaxed.
Yeah, that's good. And what expectations do you have for the Battle of Tampa Bay?
Oh, like I said, I'm very excited because it's going to be apparently on TV. So my family who lives abroad, they're going to be able to watch it. It's going to be a good memories for me. I'm going to be able to show that later to my daughter, and hopefully she will be proud of her dad. And see, when you want to do something, you just have to put your fear aside and just go for it. If not, you will never do anything that matters. So I just I just want to perform. When I was competing before, I didn't compete for the win, but more for the challenge and the experience. But this time, I really want to go for the win. So that's the big difference this time.
Yeah, that sounds great. It's good to have like that winning mentality and know what you want and be able to know what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
So with that, I wanted to ask you as well, if you have any advice for people who are looking to get into martial arts, what would you tell them?
I will say to them that's first of all a great idea because you're not obliged to like violence. For example, I'm not a big fan of violence, to be honest. I don't want to hurt people. That's not my mentality. But in life there is a time for everything, and there is a time to be nice, and there is a time where you have to let the dragon out, if I can say it like that. And I will say, yeah, if you want to, especially for kids, it's going to give them good values, like I said before. You don't have to be scared. You can practice as your own level and try to enjoy the journey. And yeah, just be surrounded by people who know what they're talking about. And that's it.
Yes, and how important is it to be around people who support you when you're taking part in a sport like this?
Uh, so, for example, I'm training with people at the UFC gym in Largo, and a lot of us we have like fight at the same time, like around May, in different type of organizations. So it's really good because it's like a brotherhood, and I really like this type of feeling to be surrounded by people who have the same goal, who go through the same feeling for the preparation. Because even if I'm not scared, there is still like a mental preparation, and sometimes to have someone who go through the same thing, it's good to talk with them and see what it's in their mind, to see if it's the same as me, and yeah, to help each other. So I really like to be surrounded by this type of people for sure.
Yeah, that's something that's very important as well. And people forget about it that when you take part in a sport, it doesn't really matter if when you're competing, you do it by yourself or in a group, but there's always a community that comes from training. And that's a very important part that people a lot of times forget about. So yeah, I wanted to ask you as well, what expectations do you think that we as the audience could have um, from you on the Battle of Tampa Bay?
So I don't want to brawl with the guy. I don't want to throw like a crazy drunk dude in a bar. I just want to show my skills, the skills I worked for, like I say, almost 15 years of my life. I want to try to stay composed and give a good entertainment for the people who are there. And I will love to finish with like a knockout for sure.
Great. And the last thing that I wanted to ask you was, what would you like to say to our audience to invite them to come watch you at the Battle of Tampa Bay? Being people in America or internationally, what would you say to invite them?
Invite them. I mean, it's going to be a great show. It's a show who's there like for like decades now. So they made sure if it's working from that long, it means there is something good about it. So the setup is great. The card looks amazing. I will say, just come watch and enjoy the show. If you're passionate by fighting and stuff like that, it's going to be a great event for sure.
Great. Thank you so much, Benjamin.
Thank you, Luciana.